What happens when the world's largest liquefied natural gas export hub gets hit in a conflict zone? That's exactly the question global markets are scrambling to answer. Qatar's LNG facilities in Ras Laffan, crucially important to the world's energy supply, were struck in recent Iran-linked missile attacks. The result? A staggering 17% drop in Qatar's LNG export capacity, and repairs could take 3 to 5 years. Imagine losing nearly a fifth of global LNG exports overnight. That's the scale of the disruption we're talking about. Countries that depended on Qatar's gas are now in a scramble from Asia to Europe. Buyers are racing to secure alternative supplies, and energy prices are surging. Gas markets are volatile, and producers are reassessing long-term contracts. In Europe, gas prices have shot up by 35%, and Asia too is vulnerable to long-lasting supply shocks.
Iran has launched a new wave of attacks targeting natural gas facilities as well as at least one oil refinery in the Gulf Arab states. Now, this is coming after Israel launched an assault on Iran's South Pars natural gas field. Now, this field is offshore in the Persian Gulf, and Iran shares it with Qatar. But it's incredibly important for the Islamic Republic because 80% of all electricity generated by Iran relies on natural gas. Meanwhile, Iranians use it for heating their homes and cooking food. This is crucial for Iran, particularly as its theocracy is pushed ever closer to the edge by a series of Israeli and American airstrikes that have decimated its military, as well as seen top leaders in the country killed. That's why Iran has retaliated with these attacks on the oil infrastructure, on the natural gas infrastructure. And while the Strait of Hormuz is sort of closed right now because of these Iranian attacks, anything that does this much damage to oil and natural gas fields will mean that after this war is over, whenever that is, it will take even longer for those supplies to enter the global market, meaning energy prices could remain elevated for some time.
Qatar Energy CEO Saad Al-Kaabi said that it would have to cancel long-term energy supply contracts for up to 5 years. The state-owned company, which produces a fifth of world's energy, claimed that deliveries to South Korea, China, Belgium, and Italy could also be impacted. Now, how does this disruption impact India? India meets about 50% of its natural gas demand through imports, with a significant share coming from Qatar. Nearly half of India's LNG imports come from Qatar, with some agencies placing that number at around 47% of the country's imported gas needs. Experts caution that the current disruption could force India to scale back gas consumption, especially in the industrial and power sectors, while urgently seeking alternative LNG sources. In response, state-owned energy companies have already started securing shipments from new markets to mitigate the shortfall. With the Strait of Hormuz, a critical oil transit choke point, already under restrictions, and major energy facilities coming under attack, could this conflict escalate further, sending shockwaves through global energy markets?